Welcome to the Wealthy Practitioner Podcast. I'm Dr. Nikki.
I'm Dr. Alejandro Elias.
And I'm Dr. Gabrielle Manto. Together, we help wellness practitioners build profitable, scalable businesses without sacrificing their health, their families, or their freedom.
On this podcast, we'll talk profit, leadership, and ownership, so your business works for you, not the other way around.
This is the Wealthy Practitioner Podcast.
Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Wealthy Practitioner Podcast. My name is Nikki, and today I want to talk to you about my week and how it was the most stressful week I've had in a really long time. So normally when I sit down to record a podcast, I think about my thoughts. What do I want to talk about? I create an outline, some bullet points that I want to hit. I am going straight from my brain today. So let's just see how that goes, right? And I just want to talk to you guys about when things get hard, how to pull through that. Now, I'm going to be 1000% transparent with you guys. Stephanie Wigner had to Stephanie Wigner me last night and literally pull me out of this. She was like, intuitively, I feel like you're not okay. Is that accurate? And I said, I am very stressed about my office. And I'm not going to give you guys all of the details about what happened that made me so very stressed because I don't have everything worked out yet, right? I just had a lot of changes that happened literally all at once, and it was extremely stressful for me. And so I could sit here and pretend that nothing bothers me, that if something doesn't feel like it's working out, that I'm just you know what, doesn't matter. That is not me, right? And I am working on that, and I am definitely a stronger business owner and a leader than I was even 2 years ago, but I still take things super personally. And I don't know if I want to anymore, right? And so Stephanie was like, I feel you reverting back to old Nikki. And I was like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this, right? And I started not spiraling, but what would be one less word than spiral? I don't know. That's what I was doing. And so about a month ago, I had a conversation with someone on my team, and it's really been stressful since then. It was trying to figure out ways to make everyone happy and make things work. And so we made a lot of changes. And ultimately, what had happened was that I made decisions that made everybody else happy except for me, ultimately. And so I had to deal with that, right? And so that is part of it. But on the other side of that, it was who do I want to be when stuff gets hard? Who do I want to show up as when things aren't going exactly the way that I want them to? Now, I will say, I feel like shit had been going pretty darn good inside my office. I was working 2 days a week. I was pulling out. I was able to spend more time with my family, go on more trips, do all the things, right? Do as much work as I wanted to. And it felt like all of a sudden, everything started to fall apart. And so when I look back, I'm like, yeah, it's clearly I missed a lot of signs and symptoms of something unraveling, but I didn't pay attention to it because I was in my own little Nikki bubble of everything is perfect, everything is fine. And so this really started when I was looking at my leads a few weeks ago on my stat tracker. Guys, this is also a lesson in tracking stats and paying attention. And what I realized was that we had no Google leads in 20 something days. And I was like, that's really weird because it's our number 2 referral source. And I know that because I track everything. And I was like, that's weird. So I literally had Claude Cowork go through my Google dashboard and tell me what was up. And it found that some chiropractor in North Carolina had somehow tagged their office name and website to mine. So anytime someone was Googling me, I was showing up in North Carolina. And I was like, oh my gosh, how did this happen? But I will also say that since I do track everything, I caught it within 10 days. So let that be a lesson. That is why you must track leads. So I was able to quickly figure that out, quickly fix it. But do you guys think that had a role in down new patients? Yeah, absolutely. And so I was dealing with that. I was dealing with team stress. And I had convinced myself that one bad week meant one bad business. And I had to be reminded that just because you have one bad week, it does not mean that that is what my whole entire month of May will be. That is not what my whole entire year will be. That was literally one bad week. And so I had to reframe my mindset of I can get through hard things. Stephanie also reminded me, when has anything ever not worked out for you in your practice? Literally never. Everything that I always stress over never actually comes true, right? So just reminding myself, and also, guys, do you know how nice it is to have someone in your corner that is a constant reminder of all of the good and all of the things that you've already overcome and already have been through? So I just really would like this to serve as your reminder that if you feel like you're having a tougher week, a tougher month, a tougher quarter, it does not have to be your story, and it doesn't have to be what ends up happening for even the rest of quarter two. So it's just a great reminder that I am a different person than I was a few years ago, and that I'm still working on myself. So we've got some changes coming inside of my practice, and everything ultimately that happens is the universe trying to protect and promote me and the team members that I have who want to be there. And I always want to be reminded of that, of all of the good things that I have been given, that my office has awarded me, and that stress is literally, that's just part of it. And the more that I can start to just overcome these things without letting it like ruin my whole day, the better I will be as a business owner, a leader, and as a person, right? Because the faster that I can get over things, the faster I can make new decisions, the faster that I can get things back on track, and I can stay focused. And Stephanie also said this to me, why are you stopping your own momentum? And that is a choice. And that was a choice that I made. And she was 1000% right. And I know that you guys love when she gives us ass kickings on the Thursday calls. And I needed it, right? I needed it. I was like, she's saying all of the things to me that I need to hear right now to pull me out of this rut that I just was letting myself get into. So I'm up, I'm moving, I'm pulling out of the rut. And it's all thanks to literally you guys and the community of people around me. So Steph kicked my ass, Gabrielle kicked my ass in the best way possible. And I just want to say I'm so appreciative of the TWP community and also my team, my office, my patients, everyone. And if you guys are having a tough week, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. And just remind yourself that one bad week is not a bad month, is not a bad year, is certainly not a bad business. Now, if you guys are spiraling over money or something else and you need help, I really encourage you guys to join Steph for the 5-day challenge that starts May 18th. And she's going to teach you guys how to rewire your money habits, right? She's going to go through some strategies, some tactical things, and she is going to make sure that you finish May super strong. So inside TWP, we are all about Money May right now, how we are stacking cash. We're doing a challenge to encourage members to save money, don't spend as much as you normally do, and just start to get things on the right track. So if you've ever felt like you make money and you don't know where it is at the end of the month, or you really just need some help to break through some money mindset beliefs, this is absolutely the course for you. It is also an amazing opportunity to see Stephanie coach 5 days in a row. Guys, 5 days in a row. I don't think she's ever done that. Not since I've been part of TWP. So it's going to be an awesome, awesome experience. And I really invite you guys to join us inside of that 5-day challenge. I will put the link in there for you guys to join. And also just remember, I'll be back next week, or one of the other coaches will. I don't know the schedule off the top of my head, but one bad week does not equal a bad business. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Wealthy Practitioner Podcast. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Wealthy Practitioner Podcast. If you want to connect with other practitioners just like you, be sure to join our Facebook group at The Wealthy Practitioner, and be sure to follow us on Instagram. See you next week.